Well, that was a surprise. Man, this movie had no reason to be good. It's one of those. When the trailer came out, we all know what happened. The first trailer was, well, see, the way I went through it, it was like, okay, this is an adaptation of Sonic, so they can change the design and they can do whatever they want. So I did not react in a similar way to how everyone else reacted to it. But when the next trailer came out, after all the hoopla happened and they went to redesign the thing and the movie got pushed forward, and when the next trailer came out and the new design of Sonic was showed, I was like, yeah, that first design actually was not good, because the new design was the Sonic, that everybody loves and that most of us know from his games. So, but still, even though the design was good, the trailers were just alright. It didn't show anything special, or it didn't feel like it was going to be a special kind of a movie. It felt like it was another video game character that they're going to bring on screen, and it's probably going to fail. Well, I'm happy to report that I am surprised that the movie does not suck. That also means that the movie isn't great, but you see, a lot of the times what happens with a lot of these video game movies when they try to adapt them is they either end up being overstuffed with information, so then the general public, the casual person who's going to go see these movies don't end up understanding it. Something what happened with Warcraft. So me personally, I never played any of the Warcraft games, and when the movie came out and when I saw it was too much for me, because it just put you right into it, and it was trying to build this world, and everything was happening too quick, and it did not hit the mark. And then also, some of the movies try to build this universe, or not just video game movies, and they haven't even started on the first movie and they're already planning on everything else. So a lot of the video game movies and just regular movies, they are superhero movies. A lot of times studios fail to comprehend that the movie itself, the first one, you have to start the story instead of trying to set it up for a sequel or a universe. So that's what this movie actually perfectly does. Now, that does not mean that the story is perfect. It's just that while you're watching it, even though they're adults and Sonic is in our world, it never feels that anything else is overshadowing the primary character, which is Sonic. The movie is based on him, and the focus is on him. And also, surprisingly, in these kind of movies, Hop and Smurfs and all that, or Transformers, they try to make these human characters, or they try to make them feel more important that they should be. Here, it does not. It never feels like the human characters are more important than what the Sonic world that they're trying to set up in this movie. Not setting up for the sequel or anything, but in this movie, what they're trying to show Sonic as and what his character is, none of the other characters overshadow him, and also at the same time, none of the human characters are actually annoying. On that note, we'll start with Jim Carrey. You know what? Going in, I did hear about him that he was the best part of the movie, and I can see why. For me, though, at the start, it felt like he was overdoing it. But then, if you end up thinking about it, and if you know the Sonic lore, Dr. Robotnik was always overdoing it. So, if you think about that, and if you kind of see, okay, what Jim Carrey did with the character, he did really good. So yeah, at first you might not like what he's doing because he's really out there. But you end up actually liking it, and because he does that evil part really well. It's something similar to what he did with the Riddler character in the Batman. I believe, what was it? Forever, I guess. Yeah, Batman Forever. But there it did not work because it was just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, but it did not go with that character that he was portraying. Here, though, it's kind of the same thing he's doing, but he twists it in a way that it feels like Dr. Robotnik, and yeah, he puts his own spin to it and all, and it definitely feels like, okay, this crazy maniac, he definitely nails that part. So it worked. By the end of it, I actually was loving him. As far as Sonic, they portray him, I think, in a good way. Like, he was never the jokester, you know. He was never like the character that, at least I know him from the video games. I know there's TV shows, cartoon shows based on his stories and different stories and all. But I primarily know him from the games, most importantly from the Sonic Adventure, the Dreamcast game. So he can crack a joke and he has good dialogue, but he's not the jokester. He's not always making jokes or is trying, like, you can tell there's something cute and kind of, I guess, cuddly about that character. So they bring that, mix it up. They bring that, as I said, in a mixed way to him, and you can definitely feel that come through. Like, he's always fast paced and he's always saying stuff. He's always has dialogue and he always has something to say. All I can say that he never made me laugh. Like, Dr. Robotnik has some scenes, like, I really laughed hard. And actually, a lot of them in the theaters, basically everybody who was watching the movie, we all laughed when Jim Carrey did something. But from what Sonic's character, what he did for me at least, was I always had a smile on my face, you know? It never felt boring. I went along with what he was doing and went along with all his shenanigans. And it definitely felt like that they cared, again, they cared about the movie. Yeah, the story is not some Oscar-worthy story. It's not even a smart story. It's painfully straightforward. Painfully. Like, at points you end up thinking, at some points in the movie you'll probably be like, you know what, this might go this way or that way and there's going to be this suspense. It does not. It's straightforward. It's what you call a really good family film. I love that they actually stayed on course. They actually told the story from Sonic's perspective. They clearly showed where he's coming from, why he's there, and what he's kind of missing in life. There's a bit of, you can say, kind of a bit of an emotional touch to it, which I like. And in the end, I actually end up enjoying the movie more than I should. I went in with actually low expectations. I was like, okay, the Sonic character from the trailers, I could tell, like, he is done right, but as far as the story in the movie, I thought that it will fall flat, like, completely, and it did not. Again, it's nothing special, but I get why they went along with a safe route instead of taking too many risks, because they did set up the Sonic character really well. So hopefully this movie does really good, and hopefully we can see a sequel, because by the end of it you can tell where they want to go, and I am really excited for that. If they ever make a second one, I'd be the happiest person, because wait till the end, you will definitely have a big smile on your face. So yeah, it is a 6 out of 10. But here's the thing. With this movie, you definitely gotta give credit to the technical and the CGI team, whatever terms you want to use, of how they turn things around. I mean, if you looked at the first trailer and looked at the design and what they had to redo a lot of the stuff, I mean, completely. It's not just redesigning the model of Sonic itself, but with all the changes you do to one character, everything around it you have to change, and the lighting and reshoots and all. And with all of that happening, and with the movie that we get, and it's a good movie. It's not just serviceable. It's actually good. You actually do have a good time. It is, as I said, a completely a family film. So take your kids, or even you can even say that it's kind of a date movie too. Like it's perfect for Valentine's weekend. You can definitely go watch it like on that. If you're thinking which one to go for, you can definitely go. You'll definitely have a smile on your face. So, with the reshoots, again, with the way they end up redesigning the character, I'm actually going to bump it up to 7, yeah. So my score will be 7 out of 10. Definitely support this movie. It's such a good-hearted movie. There's no nonsense. The characters, you can tell, like, they're true to their form. There's no build-up on some nonsense, on some universe they're trying to build. It stays on course. It's a good video game movie, and I don't know if the last time there was a good video game movie ever. I mean, even the guilty pleasures like Street Fighter with Van Damme, it was a guilty pleasure. It was a bad movie, but you can watch it. It was so bad that it's kind of good. This one, I think, is the first, at least for me. I have not watched Detective Pikachu yet, so I can't comment on that. But for me, it is that first good video game movie adaptation. So, yeah, there it is. What a surprising move by Sega and all the team, and the collaboration they did. They did well. So, yeah, there's the review, everyone. Hopefully you all support the movie. Go watch it. It's definitely worth watching. And yeah, I'm still surprised, so I can't even speak because it's. I was quite surprised when I got at it. So yeah. So everyone, thanks for watching. Here's the review. Hopefully you end up liking it too. If you do not, let me know. Comment. If you do like it, let me know. Comment. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see y'all later. Ta-ta.